Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is Samurai Schultz, and good morning. I actually don't have Unreal Engine set up yet, but I will say I was up a little too late last night trying to fix Unreal Engine so that I could actually open it. Um, Actually, let me see if I can find the error that I was having. Super duper frustrating. But eventually I used Copilot to fix the problem and a little bit of my own ingenuity. Um, I am going to open the project. Okay, hopefully this works. Fingers crossed. So for some reason, my hair is super fluffy today. Oh wait, shoot. Okay. Right. I have to use display capture. With this, I think that's the way it works. Maybe game capture will work. Sorry, what? There we go. Um, Basically, every time I would try to open Unreal Engine, that is any version of it, um, it would give me. Well, actually, you can't see it. I will show you. It would give me this. Basically, what even was it? Oh yeah. So it would either give me this error right here, or it would give me if I tried to build from IDE, from JetBrains Router that is, it would give me this error. If I tried to launch it from the Epic Games launcher, it would give me this. And I couldn't figure out why. Because let's read this. Plugin writer link failed to load because module RD could not be found. Please ensure the plugin is properly installed. Otherwise, consider disabling the plugin for this project. I never even enabled the plugin. In fact, if we here, I'm gonna close that. We don't need that anymore. If I uh, close out of that, and let's go to plugins, and let's actually search for writer link. Ah, now it shows up there. Why does it show up there? Well, normally it doesn't. Um, if you just search for it, it normally. I see that in the preview. I see what's happening there. Oh, why is that happening now? Now it's not doing it. Huh. Okay, well, um, oh, I still need to commit to my other project. That's no good. Okay, anyway. And you guys can't see GitHub because I don't have display capture on. Hee hee hee. Um, let's open this up. I made an audio debugging tool because I wanted to make a feature where the camera wasn't capturing audio. So, you know, like when we press play here, there's a camera that's looking at this character, right? Normally, that same camera, let's actually look at, oh, that's not it. Oh, why does that do that? Oh, why does that? You see what, when I hover over a file, it does, okay. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, when I open, okay, now it's all black. Why is it all black? All right, 1 second actually. Here we go. So we have a camera component that I created in C++, in the IDE that is. And this captures this view right here, essentially. But it also captures audio. Is there a thing that shows audio? No, it doesn't. Okay. But normally that would capture audio. However, I created a scene component that is a part of mesh. Okay, now we're going to use display capture. That is annoying. Okay. All right. I think it should still capture audio from... Yeah, you guys should be able to hear that. So, normally, if I would swing the camera towards that sound source, which is the lamp right over there, you'd be able to... It would feel like your head is swinging around when there's a noise nearby, right? Because the camera is the thing that's capturing the audio. However, that ear component is that I showed you earlier, right here. That's attached to the head socket. See right there? It's attached to the head socket. So, let's see if I'll make it a little bit bigger. So now, and I made some code. Where did I even make that? I used Copilot to code that. I should know exactly where that is. I made it in the player controller. Yes. Pretty sure I made it. Yep, okay. So right here. Yes. Okay. And where is that called? What is this called? Get audio listener position. I don't remember where I called that. But yeah, it's a virtual function, and it's inherited from the pawn actor, I believe. Or maybe it's the character. I think it's actually the character. But it has 3 parameters. So it has an out location, an out front direction, and out right direction. So pretty self-explanatory. You have a location with an X, Y, and Z coordinate. And then you need 2 vectors to tell you how the sound will be oriented. So I had to make these a little bit weird, because Copilot told me something a little different. So let's see it in action, or hear it in action. So if you have headphones on, if you don't have headphones on, you won't be able to tell the difference. So you should get some headphones on and test this out, but this is a sound exercise that you can do. So I want you to close your eyes, and I'm going to move the character around while you have your headphones on, and you're going to tell me where the lamp is, or where the sound is in relation to the player. Okay? So 3, 2, 1, close your eyes. I'm going to move around. And when I say stop, I want you to tell me where the sound is coming from. Okay. Stop. I want you to tell me where the sound is coming from. Does it sound like it's coming from the back, front, left, right of your headphones? You know, which of those? Or is it a mix of those directions? Do you think you could pinpoint where it is? If you got it, then just open your eyes and you can see if you're right. So it should have been back left. Because I was spaced forward enough where you should have been able to distinguish that it was coming from the back left, not just the left. But yeah, look, don't even close your eyes, just kind of feel that as you're moving around, switching from right to left to right to left to right to left. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? That is super cool. At least in my book. So, I added this as part of the game structure branch because, well, I think it's a good debugging tool. So I've got that. I think I'm kind of getting close to being done with this branch. So I'll probably copy it over and, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to open the course page. And to do that, I need something. Hold on. I promise I'm so close. I'm so close. I promise I'm so close. I'm so close. So close. So close. I'm so close. Okay. Man. But yeah, I was up until about 2 last night because I was like, I need to fix this. And then the day before yesterday, I was having a problem where, and I think I talked about this on stream, where there were files from binaries, intermediate, and saved. Like there were ulogs and like .old and .bin files. You know, a lot of files that I don't need to be committed to GitHub. So I just added /binaries, /intermediate, and /saved, all to the git ignore, so they're all ignored. So those shouldn't carry over now. But the git ignore will be carried over, which is good because when I copy this branch, I want that to be copied over so that I don't have the same problem in my other branches. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna be switching between watching my course and doing this. So right now we are working on the weapon, which to me, it doesn't feel very modular for gas, but yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, we need a component for the weapon, and I don't really want to add, um, hmm. Wait, there's audio. Isn't there music? I'm pretty sure that there's a singular starter wind. Oh wait, shoot. I have my app. Holy crap, that is loud. All of these sound cues are just really loud in Unreal Engine. Ah, here it is. Why is it quieter? Okay, anyway. I should play that in my preview for when I stream Unreal Engine. I think I might do that. That is kind of cool. Okay. I need a skeletal mesh. So let's go to Fab. Man, they changed the UI just ever so slightly. Okay, so man, I have not even started. I haven't even figured out what I want the starting weapon to be. Because it's not really integral to the character. What's really integral is their abilities, their gameplay abilities. So I guess we can just search for a weapon, like so. Weapon factory. Holy crap. Let's try to get that for free. Baseball bat weapon, huh? That does not look 3D. Machete. Okay, let's just try to get a sword, I guess. The aesthetic of the game, as I see it right now, it's going to be very, very gritty. It's going to be pseudo-realistic, if not realistic. And it's got dark fantasy elements, which is kind of why I chose that aesthetic. I just think it fits pretty well. So I have it in my head, although I don't have any assets designed for it. But it's also got a Viking theme to it. It's got, or not a Viking theme, a Norse theme. So, well, this is pretty cool. Let's, I really wish they would show the file size. Oh, it does. Okay, right there. Nice. Nice and small. That makes me happy. There were issues with the import. Because why wouldn't there be? No smoothing group information was found for this mesh cube 007. Okay. Whoa. Whoops. I kind of like the change in UI. I'm glad that they changed it up. Okay, but anyways, we don't. Oh, right there. Okay. No. Okay. It's okay. Okay. It needs to have a skeletal mesh included with it. That's what I'm. That's what I'm bitching about a little bit. How do I tell? It's probably going to be a little bit bigger like this one is. Okay, I'm going to try this. But yeah, we cannot use this because material static meshes. That's rough. That's rough. Can't use that either. Sword. Quixel. Sure, let's use this. Medium quality, low quality even. It's literally just a debug sword. That's all I need. Nope. That won't do. Oh, it's under mega scans. Okay. 3D, yeah. It looks kind of cool, but yeah. Sword animations, huh? If only they showed actual footage. That would be kind of nice. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's not good enough. I really need it to be. That's way too small. That's not gonna have a skeletal mesh. Worn sword. Oh, please be kind of big at least. Okay, maybe this is it. Hoping this is it. Crossing my fingers. And yeah, it's not. Can I delete you? Oh, I'm gonna connect to revision control. Man, good thing I switched my screen so you guys could see what I'm doing. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. What about this? Please have. Oh man, this really looks like it could be it. Please just have a skeletal mesh. Also, golden sword, source, static meshes. No, materials. No, the texture. No, no, no. Fantasy sword, I'm pretty sure that was the dealio there. I don't know why some of these just don't delete. You have to like go down to this level to delete them. At least the back button works on my mouse. It's a little bit easier. Okay. Okay. hold on. How to find a sword asset on Fab that includes a skeletal mesh version of that asset. Search for it. Yeah, that's a good start. Sword skeletal mesh. And let's set it to free again. Filter by asset type. Okay. Compatibility. Style. Epic skeleton. No. No. Modern swords. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a filter for asset types. On the Unreal Engine marketplace. Yeah, it's telling me to look on the Unreal Engine marketplace, which doesn't exist anymore. That's cool. Rigged, animated, or skeletal mesh. Yeah. It's not there, though. Rigged. Can I find a rigged sword? Compatibility, technical features, style. My favorite style is working. I just want it to freaking work. Excuse my English. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, well, that's a bit of a pickle. Let's see here. I'm gonna bring it back. How to convert static mesh to skeletal mesh. Okay, doesn't look. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, easy. All you have to do is just add a skeletal and then add a skeleton and then rig it. That's easy. No. Oh. How to use the built-in conversion method. Okay, skeletal mesh editing tools. All right, I guess this is my life now. Skeletal mesh editing. Okay, it is right there. That is good. I'm glad. Okay, well, let's download. I'm just gonna type in sword. technical features. Oh, I want to take away that tag. I want to get my runic sword back. Ah, there you are. I'm gonna add that back. Anyway, I was up until like 2, and then I was up until 2 working on this, and then it took me about an hour to get to sleep. And I woke up at 7. So if my math is mathing, I got about half as much sleep as I needed to. So I really need to get to sleep on time tonight. Otherwise, I'm screwed. Okay, where did I not? What? Okay, am I missing? Okay, I'm gonna view it in my library. Sword. Runic sword. Could use that. Okay, I can't download it anymore. I'm gonna disable revision control. Okay. Downloading from Fab doesn't work as it just says downloading, and then the pop-up fades away. Okay, Fab is definitely, I wonder if there's any other. Okay. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's any other plugins related to Fab. Edit plugins, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just reopen this. Uno momento. And actually, I can show you guys this. We're just going to build from the IDE. So I'm going to press debug. And it should build right before my eyes. Right before my eyes. There we go. Oh, I need a Red Bull. Oh yeah, I forgot to explain this bit. So, Copilot gave me this, it gave me this entire function and all the code that goes inside. But it told me to get front or get forward vector here and then get right vector here. But that's actually not right. And I'm not sure why. But by trial and error, I found out that that was not functional. So I had to switch them, and then I had to negate this. And I thought it might have been the rotation of the scene component, the ear component that is. So I made it the same orientation as the player character, but that still didn't do anything. I don't know why. So, works now, and I'm happy with that. So, let's open this back up, and we're gonna open Fabulous. And we're gonna... Wait, hold up. Is that a... Hold on, I need to... $300 for a multiplayer plugin. Multiplayer with blueprints. Overwhelmingly positive. Three. Wow. That's a lot of money. Okay, so let's see. Runic sword. Please work. Yes! Okay, so let us open this. Convert to skeletal mesh. Creation type. Create new. Use existing skeletal mesh. Oh. Bone placements. Convert. Oh, please tell me the texture is actually... Okay, they don't get applied. Why? Why? Oh, it's probably because of this yeah. This material is real fucked up. Real fucked up. I will save my work. How about this? Why don't you save that tongue of yours and not tell me how to do my job? You know what? Doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Wait a second. That's not even what I wanted to... That's not the right material. Wait, where is the material? What? Okay, wait, I'm gonna test myself here. I'm gonna make a material instance called mi underscore sword low. And let's see if I can create. So I was just messing around with the landscape materials the other day when I was working on the level. Okay, so here we have I'm trying to see what type this is. Okay, this just says default. Default. This is the normal map. That just says default again. Source compression. Different formats, somewhat. Okay. But I'm going to assume that this is the base color. This is the roughness. This is the ambient occlusion. And this is not important. Oh, wait. That's the normal. That's the ambient occlusion, I think. Now let's go to the static mesh and let's make it out. And I'm sure it's going to be absolutely terrible. It's not going to map properly. No way. It actually kind of works. I'm so smart. I'm actually learning. And it's, yeah, I think it's not quite right. But you know what? That is okay. I'm gonna take what I can get. Because this is not that important anyway. Because we're just gonna replace it with some other weapon, probably. Okay, so weapon. Right, we have to... Yeah, it's a skeletal mesh asset, so... This is gonna be SKM underscore sword low. Wait, UV. Oh, shoot. Um... Wait. Let's open... I have to save that. Let's open this up again. Ah, okay, it's still using that material. Okay, sword low. There we go. And this... Okay, that translates over. That's a good... Okay, finally, now I can actually... I can actually go back to the course. And this is quite large. So, let's see. I'm... Alrighty. 1 second. Okay, so we want to attach to the right hand. Preview asset. Wait, hold on. Oh wait, no, I missed something. Hold up. Right, okay, so we're gonna add a socket, and this is gonna be called weapon, or let's see, hand underscore R underscore weapon. Ugh. Ow. And we're going to add a preview asset, specifically the runic sword. That is cool looking. That is very cool. Why is the pivot point? Oh, that's painful. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Okay. Just want to get it into position. Gosh, why do artists do this? Is it just easier somehow? Like, why can't you read? Is the pivot point not something that you can control? Like, help me understand. This cannot be optimal. Okay. No. Okay, where's the transform? I don't want to be having to look at the widget constantly. Ah, there we go. Relative location. That works. Yeah, we just scaled it down to be a quarter. That's fine. Actually, this kind of looks like a two-handed sword. Oh no, wait, this would be maybe a hand and a half. That handle is just really large. I can't believe I actually did that. I actually made the material for that. I didn't look it up or anything. I knew exactly what to do. And I used Copilot to help me figure that out before, and I remembered it. That was like over a month ago that I used Copilot. I used it once. I was like, Copilot, Copilot, what do these different textures mean? And it was like, usually you have an albedo, a normal, and a roughness texture. And I was like, oh, wait, this is metallic. So I still messed it up. Wait, yeah, hold up. This is, that's supposed to be metallic. It really, okay, it says right there. Anyway, this is supposed to be roughness. So I'm going to put that right there. Oh, wait. Hold on, hold on. Blueprint Assist. I'm going to turn Blueprint Assist on, as well as electronic nodes. Because I love how those look. So I'm going to... Yes. Okay. Oh! And we're back. Discover darker nodes. No, I've used that in the past. Yeah. Who cares? Oh, I'm gonna open all of my asset editors. Mm. Mm. That's just electronic nodes, but using Blueprint Assist, I can select all of that, and then with one key press of F, they all look kind of... Why would they do that? I guess it's not a huge deal. What if I had them like this? Okay. Alright, it's not too bad, I suppose. Now, if I open this up again, how does it look different? Oh, it actually has shine to it. Oh, that's... Oh, yes, please. It's a little bit of an awkward shine. It's a little bit shinier than it feels like it should be, but... Wow, that is beautiful. I'd love to learn Norse, so I can know what this means. I'm gonna watch this some more. Oh! Oh yeah, and I do need an animation, so I'm gonna try to get something very quickly here. I don't want to spend a lot of time with animations. So right now I'm just using a Ybot. So let's. Ooh. Wow, that looks like such a fun game. Okay, I'm gonna log in there. 1 second. Oh, and actually, it doesn't even show up. It's I have the actual animations on my. Well, I'll put it over here. There we go. So I have the Ybot selected, and I just want a simple attack animation. Way more simple. Sword and nope, literally just a sword attack. Nope, that's not what I want. Sword. Nope, not a great sword. One hand sword comp. Nope. Just a single attack. Literally a single attack. That is all I want. You know what? I'll even use this. This shouldn't be too bad. Sword and shield jump. Where's that? Strafe. One hand sword combo. Run with sword. Why is there sword fight 1? Oh, I see. They're not actually like game ready animations, they're more cinematic. Okay. Casting. Walk. Again, I don't want the. I'm just gonna type in one hand sword. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna do that, I guess. Sword idol. There was one animation that I liked. Yes, this one's pretty good. Even though he also uses a shield, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna do without skin, and we're gonna download. And this is where I move that out of the way because what? Okay, now I'm a little confused. Okay. Man, I wish I could show this to you guys, but it would show my files, and I don't want to do that. Not super comfortable with that. TBH. But basically, well, you can see happening here. I just have some .fbx animations, and this is the one I want to convert. So I'm going to convert them. They were in my incoming folder. Now they're in my outgoing folder. So now I'm going to have this open. Characters, then player character. And this is going to be, what would I even call these? I'm just going to call these mesh assets. Move all those there. And then I'm going to make a folder called animation. And inside of this, we are going to have sequences. So I'm going to drag this in. You're not going to be able to see it, but I can. Use pipeline defaults. Where do I select? Oh, I see. My bot. There we go. And I'm glad I'm not trying to use something thematic for my character, because right now that's not important. Not at all important. Okay. But we wanted, the reason I got the animation in the first place was to use it as a preview animation. So we are going to use that right now. How does it look? Okay. Let's pause that. I'm going to adjust this, because now we have an actual hand clutching that sword, and we need to change it. So I'm going to change up that rotation, or the location. Nope. Not there. Excuse me. Nope. And that's the problem with having your pivot point being over there is, and then I have to adjust the rotation, and then I have to adjust the location again. Okay. Okay. Nope. Hmm. That's good enough for me. Oh, wait. We can just... Oh, we can't set the pivot point there. Gosh, dang it. Shucks. Shuckaroonies, even. Just... Gotta get a little bit closer to the thumb. Okay. Let's try out that animation again. Man, he's holding that sword like it's nothing. I like how it kind of reflects the light off his body. Or maybe it has a naturally metallic blue hue. Okay. I'm gonna keep going here. Okay, I'm gonna attach this to right, okay, I have to set up the attachment. Yeah, so I'm player character, that's where the where did I set that up again? Hold on. Oh. Ugh. I'm not tired at all. Can't you tell? Perfectly wide awake. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna delete a bunch of these. And oh, weapon hand socket. Right. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna close that. In that case, let's name this weapon hand underscore socket. And I'm going to copy that name and paste it into here. Or even weapon underscore hand. Let's actually use that. Okay. That means that should be automatically attached to that socket. Okay, we're gonna do Control Shift B. Live coding is turned on. Interesting. Okay, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Disable live coding. Okay, so now, okay. Okay, yeah, it does not look like it's attached to the correct socket. Let's edit this in C++. Okay. Set up attachment. Scran. I'm going. Wait. I'm going to connect to revision control. Let's Yes. Okay. I think my IDE might not be communicating with my project. Hmm. Okay. That process should be going right there. Let's open all of those. And so we were in here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Actually, we're just going to leave that at the same scale. Or are we? No, we're not. We're going to shrink that down. But then this, we're going to scale that up. Whoops. Because we don't want that to be scaled up for all of our weapons, just for this one. Well, actually, no, it's still going to scale that up. Anyways. Okay, I will be right back. I need to use the restroom. I'm back. Here we go. Hmm. Oh, I need a mesh for an enemy. Crap. I'll just take this guy. Should be fine. .zip. Dude. Wait a second. Oh, Chico, I've heard of this guy. He's a YouTuber. Tico, you know that you shouldn't put a .zip on Fab. What's up with that, man? Make it a .fbx. Now, it'd be different if I was downloading, well, yeah, it would be different if I was downloading it from a different website, because then I could unpack it and then take the FBX that's inside. If you want compression, I guess, but come on, man. I can just use a Ybot for the enemy. Doesn't even matter. That looks cool. Okay. I'm gonna leave that. So he just issued me a challenge, which is to create a blueprint. Create a blueprint for the enemy. Okay, let's go to C++ classes, character public characters. Create a blueprint class. And this is gonna just be sample enemy. Oh, actually, BP underscore enemy base. Okay, so now we have a skeletal mesh. We'll just set that to be Ybot. And that needs to be adjusted. Make that go down. That's about right. Actually, my feet touch the ground perfectly there. Nice, okay. And then I have to set the weapon socket for it. Right. Weapon, we're just gonna make that the sword as well. And we're gonna change the scale of it to be 0.25. Ooh, right, I can use right mouse button to swipe like that. That's nice. Okay. Actually, and I'm gonna make the enemy use an animation asset. We're just gonna make it use. Wait, what? What? Characters. Um, Enemies, yeah. should be pretty much the same thing. Actually, it's going to be animation. Inside of animation, it's going to be sequences. Why doesn't that work? It's the same skeleton. Why doesn't that work? What am I missing here? Does it collide with the other hand at all? No, it doesn't. Okay. I'm so confused. What? Skeletal mesh asset. PvE enemy base. Wait. Wait a second. Oh, I see. I was looking at the sword. Okay. Yeah, no wonder I was so confused. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to remove that. Beautiful. Okay. Looping, playing. Beautiful. That is exactly what I want. Let's see if I did this right. Okay. I finished with that. On to animation blueprints. Okay, let's go. So now, since we finished that, we are going to detail what we've done. So, I'm just gonna, let's just call this player, weapon, and enemy. So, first of all, with the weapon, let's see, Added weapon socket to, let's see. We're going to add some, we added weapon socket logic to character base. This is actually Hatendr. Character base. Added weapon to player. Imported attack animation. Let's see. We also imported runic sword. And then down below, we're gonna say for the enemy, let me drag this up. Can I drag this up at all? Really? I can't drag. Kind of surprised I can't edit that. All right. Anyways, player. Okay, so enemy created enemy blueprint based on attend enemy. Oops. Enemy base. Added weapon to enemy. Added animation asset logic to enemy. Okay, there we go. Committed, and let's push that. And that should go through pretty well. Let's see here. And if it doesn't load, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna crash out. Anyway. Okay. I don't know why they opened that up. Anyway. Whoops. Pushing to GitHub probably wasn't a smart idea. It's making the stream buffer. Okay. Anyway. Let's go to bb_enemy base. I'm just gonna call this enemy base. Okay, now we need to fix up redirectors. Now we can safely delete this. Enemy base. Why didn't it? Okay. Anyway. Wasn't anything in there anyway. Doesn't matter. We are going to create, in here, we're going to create an animation blueprint based on ybot. Whoops. We're going to call this ABP underscore content character. State machine Default slots. Oops. Okay. Yeah, here's where we draw the line. So now we're getting into animation. I don't want to touch animation right now. What I want to do instead is make a separate branch that handles all the animation for the character because I want to create a control rig so that all the movement for the character feels natural. So I'm going to. We might get an error when we play. But that's okay. Sorry about that. I don't know why OBS crashed on me. I just saw it disappear out of the corner of my eye. What? Tain't supposed to do that? Display. Oh, maybe it's the display capture? I don't know. Okay, anyways. All I'm gonna do is say animation. Let's see. Added animation. I'm gonna even abbreviate blueprint for player. So we're gonna commit those 4 files. And I'm not gonna push. Actually, I have to push. Shouldn't be too much data. Gosh, I wish I actually had a strong internet connection. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Anyway, now we are ready pretty much. I think. I already handled movement input. Enhanced input. Yeah, everything after this has to do with the actual gameplay ability system. Gameplay tags. Gameplay abilities. Spawn. No. Don't need that. There's some things with UI, but that's still pretty heavily integrated. RPG character classes. I'm so excited for some of these later sections. But yeah, shout out to Stephen Ulibarri. He's a good instructor, which is saying something because I usually do not understand my instructors. It's very difficult for me to comprehend what most of them are saying. And I won't say I understand him perfectly all the time, but he's pretty good as far as instructors go. He's not that bad. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna make a new branch based on this, and we're gonna call this feature slash animation. Feature slash either animation or gas or something. Um, I'm just gonna call it gas for now. Actually, this is going to be gas is kind of it's a whole framework, so I'm just going to call it core/gas. So we're going to create that branch and then publish it. Nice. And then I'm going to create another branch based on game structure. I mean, really, it could be based on the other one as well. Could be based on core/gas. But we're gonna call this feature slash. Whoops. Actually, maybe I should. This one's gonna be related to the animation for a lot of characters. I'm gonna call it feature. I don't think it's not really a framework in itself because we're just using a control rig. We're not creating a framework really. Yeah, I'm gonna call this feature slash control. We're gonna call this rigging. And I have a separate course for rigging from a different instructor. And his name is, I think, Lincoln Margison, if I recall correctly. So instead of going through all the animation stuff for from Steven, from Mr. Ulabari, I'm going to do my rigging course. So let's find it. Control rig for Unreal Engine 5. Lincoln Margison. That's his name. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna watch this basic tips and troubleshooting video. It's about a minute and a half. He says create backups while I'm using source control. Okay. Let's see here. Save often, create backups, compile and save before and after creating functions. Honestly, every time you're testing something within the test environment in the editor, whenever you every time you press play, don't just be like, okay, Control Shift S, save everything, then press play. Right? Because if you have 22 unsaved changes and then you press play and it crashes, that's not just like, it's not like, oh, bummer, time wasted. That can be a big hit to your mental health and like be kind of discouraging. Yeah, not a big hit, but like, you know, keep an eye out for yourself so that you can have enough wins in a day to feel like you've done something at the end of it instead of doing, instead of taking measures to make sure that easily preventable problems don't happen. Okay, and then, yeah, close and reopen control rig, close and reopen the editor, array errors, compile, close and reopen. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm reopening the project right now. Ah, he has his own files that he wants me to use. Interesting. F to format. Okay. Node creation menu with tab. Control Shift K. Connect unlinked pins with Q. Okay. Come on, buddy. Okay, I think it's just going through some base stuff because he's just setting up the character blueprint right now. Okay. Oh, you know what? I need to install his Scorpion. So that's not going to work while I'm streaming, is it? That's not going to work too good. Oh, we'll have to wait a little bit, but I think I should be able to open this. Okay. I'm just going to have to migrate some files over. Anyway, my hair is very fluffy today. Oh, I cracked my neck so hard. Wow. Beautiful. Man, I wish I could increase the exposure on my camera just a little bit more. It's not that great. Because right now, for you guys, everything is pretty darkened. Fine. Okay, it's done downloading. I need to increase. There we go. Yay. Okay. That's a little bit better. Okay, now I just have to... One second here. I promise. I'm so close. I'm so close to being done. Well. Okay. All right. Control rig course content. Tutorial content. I don't need third person. Level prototyping characters. No. Okay. So I have a folder called tutorial content, but there's nothing inside of it. Well, there is. I just need to reload the project. I'm going to build from the IDE. Oh, you know what? Oh no, it does show up. Okay, good. Turn and place character. Oh, completed. Okay, interesting. Actually, I moved it to a location I did not want to move it to. Okay, there we go. One more time. I just have to reload. Oh, we're so close, I promise. We're so close. We're so close. Oh, wait, I can update. Oh. I can do stuff from there. That's very cool. Coolio, even. Okay. I'm going to follow what this man says now. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna use my initials. First name Samurai, last name Schultz. We're gonna call this course Scorpion. Actually, I'm gonna call it Tutorial Scorpion. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoops. I need to add the third person. Why the heck is that green? That, whoa. They probably updated all of the maps. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. That's cool. Anyway, let's see. Content X. Okay, so here we're gonna say you guys actually cannot see what I'm writing. There we go. Let's see. Added Lincoln Margison's control rig course content. Added new and improved third person template content. And we're going to commit that. I'm going to push that. And I may not be able to actually get that there. Yeah, my own preview is buffering, so. Anyway. I'm gonna open this up. Whoa. That's cool. Wait, empty character BP. Sorry, it's probably buffering for you guys like crazy. We're pretty close now, though. Just 20 more megabytes to go, roughly. Save. We might crash here. Oh, this is so fun. This is so cool. I love the lime green. That is such a fun color. Isn't it? That is so fun. Okay, we are going to close that because that is taking way too long. Okay, we still have our commit. We're just gonna push it later. That is in about 10 minutes when I end the stream. I'm gonna press commit because there's a lot of content that I added. What to do now? What to do? What to do? There. There we go. Anyways, let's open this back up. Very cool. Okay. Action value. Oh, we have to break this. Enhanced input action. None. Oh, shoot. IA underscore move. I hope you guys can still see what's going on. I'm going to split that. X and Y. And that's fine. Okay, now we're going to reconnect that. And then this is jump. Tell me your dreams. Tell me your dreams. Now and always tell me your dreams. Cover my limbs now and always cover my limbs. Cover my limbs. Now and always cover my limbs. Cover my limbs. Cover my limbs. Yeah, they updated the mannequin again. Now it looks more like the Unreal Engine 4 mannequin. Like it's got the same patterning as the UE5 mannequin. A little bit different. Okay. Let's get back to the course here. Mm-hmm. Also, I love that this was made in the style of the Unreal Engine mannequins. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but that is cool. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, as far as animation, I may use a control rig, but I might use motion matching as well. I think control rig would work well for enemies, but I'm not exactly sure how those two systems interact, control rig and motion matching. Because motion matching is based on your position and a lot of variables like wants to move in X direction and is jumping and is falling and things like that. It chooses a pose. So it's almost like if you had a grid of animations and based on some variables, you could tell the player which animation to choose. So instead of like the reason I say grid is instead of having an x coordinate and a y coordinate, they all have a not is falling row. If that makes sense. And then between those, let's say it is falling, then you can choose from has a velocity greater than 100 centimeters per second or doesn't, and then you kind of narrow it down to the animation that you want. Sure. I think I'm gonna say yes. Touch. Oh, we even have touch stuff. Ooh, that is cool. Input. Okay. Hold on. Gotta back up here. Hmm. Okay, so we're not doing anything with that. Okay. I have this set at 1.75 speed. I don't want that. Okay. There's the APP we just created. Okay. I think we're about done there. So I just finished that video. Man, this is fascinating so far. Wow. Okay, so I'm just gonna say animation, or let's see, say ABP. Let's see, created ABP for you guys can't see. Created ABP for Scorpion. Added ABP underscore tutorial SS Scorpion or SS to tutorial Scorpion to Scorpion BP underscore SS tutorial Scorpion. God, he clearly put a lot of effort into this because he not only created an empty one with some base movement, but he also created a finished one. Like he included it, I mean. So that's pretty nice. Okay. So created both of those. We didn't do anything else. Ah! And hmm. I don't think we did anything else. Well, I think we're all good. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Next time I stream is gonna be tomorrow from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then we are going to we're gonna do some Black Book. I think I've earned it. Um, spent the full 2 hours today, and normally this time would be spent on playing a game. But today I completely spent it on doing a project that I love, and it's some actual productive work. So I think I have earned it. So yeah, tomorrow from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, playing Black Book. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you